Let's get into this thing, man. All right. So what is the first money mistake to avoid during your single season? Number one, since we're talking about boundaries in dating, avoid.
What's happening? No captain. We with AO about to get a plate. Pull up to the table. Let's go.
So last year, a regular 20% of Americans say their biggest financial regret is not saving enough for emergencies. I want to talk to all people today, but specifically to single people, because in our single season, I don't want you to have any financial regrets. I want us to be able to steward this season well. I want us to maximize this season. I want you to take advantage of this time that you have by yourself so that way you can set yourself up to win and to come to the table in the future with your future spouse with more assets and less liabilities. And this starts with avoiding things that keep you from advancing financially. So today we're going to talk about the 5 money mistakes to avoid in your single season. If you're married, hey, listen, I want you to still rock with this because you will still be able to learn from these mistakes as well. But if you are married, I want to challenge you, and I want to ask you to send this to 1 or 2 of your single friends. If you're an older mother and you have a young single son or daughter, send this to your single son or daughter. If you're single, rock with this. Hit the subscribe button, but also share this with your single friends. But before we get into the 5 money mistakes to avoid in your single season, I told you all at the beginning of every single month, I'm going to be revealing a book, the book of the month that I want us to read. And this is being brought to you by my friends over at Short Form. Short Form is a tool that is a great tool that helps you and I read books and in a very short-term way. To this month's book is going to be Boundaries in Dating. Since we're talking about the 5 money mistakes to avoid during our single season, I said, well, why not promote a book that is also about the single season? This book is written by a good friend of mine, Dr. Henry Cloud, and also Dr. John Townsend. And this is a great book, man. I've read this book twice, and it is absolutely a great read. What I love about this book is it really teaches you how to have clear boundaries when you get into dating. How to set boundaries for yourself and how to honor the person who you're dating and their boundaries. Now, this book is a very long and extensive book, about 300 pages long. And what I love about Short Form is you can go in Short Form. You'll be able to click the links in the show description. You can go to anthonyoneal.com/short form. Again, that is anthonyoneal.com/short form, or you can click the link in the show descriptions. They are partnering with me every single month this year to give you the book of the month. And when you go into Short Form, you're going to see 2 crucial things, and this is what I love. You will have a short PDF that breaks down this whole book, or you'll have a long PDF that breaks down this whole book. The long PDF is shorter than reading the whole book. And here's what I love about Short Form. When I go to Short Form, before I even purchase a book, right, I'll go to Short Form and I'll read the Short Form version of the book. And as I'm reading it, what I would do was like, okay, I like this. And it really highlights all the main points, all the crucial points. It really teaches you exactly what's happening inside of the book. Now, what I love about the long form is, let's say if you're in school, let's say if you have an assignment, you have a project, and you don't want to read all 300 pages of this book, right? Well, you can go to Short Form and read it in like 20 pages long and get all of the main ingredients, all of the spicy and the juicy and the life transformation information. So listen, Short Form is absolutely amazing, and they're partnering with me this year to bring you the book of the month. So check out the link in the show description. Try them out. You got a huge discount just because you rock with your boy. But this is the book of the month, Boundaries in Dating. All right. So I'm going to keep that right there. And let's get into this thing, man. All right. So what is the first money mistake to avoid during your single season? Number one, since we're talking about boundaries in dating, avoid overspending on dates. That's right. I want you to avoid overspending on dating, and specifically brothers. Now I'm literally talking to brothers and to the sisters. Now, there is this argument that guys tend to spend more money on dating, right? And then this one lady brought this thing to my attention, and she said, well, Anthony, that's not really the case. Yes, guys pay for the date, but we also pay, watch this, to get dressed, to look good. We gotta get our hair done. We gotta get our makeup done. We gotta find an outfit. We gotta find a pair of shoes. And I asked this one lady, she said, yeah, I probably will drop about $300 on a date just to look good. Go get a new wig, to go get some weave sewed in, to go get a hair done, to get some makeup done, to do this, to do that. And the guys say they probably drop about $150 to $300 on a good date too. Well, here's my thing, man, and y'all know me. My philosophy when it comes to dating is date within your budget. I went viral a couple of times because I said, I wouldn't spend no more than $50 to $100 on a date, on the first date. And here's the thing. I don't really want to put a price tag on it anymore. I want you to date within your budget. If you are single, I want you to think about your future. I want you to think about where are you going, what are you doing, and how is it impacting your future, okay? Stop spending $300, $400, $500 on a date that you can't afford. That is not smart. Why are you going to spend $300 on a date, but then you haven't paid your electricity bill yet? Why are you going to drop, let me unbutton this because this is getting on my nerves. Why are you going to drop all this kind of money to impress her, to impress him, when you're still trying to build the foundation of your financial future? Your single season shouldn't be about impressing people. Your single season should be about laying the foundation for your future family. If you are a man, it should be about laying the foundation for your future wife so your wife can see that you are a good financial steward, that you can steward your own life, that you can steward your own money. So when she comes into your life, she can now trust you with the money that she brings to the table and with her life. But if we're always impressing people, if we're always trying to impress her with our money, then what are we doing? Listen, ladies, you don't need a new outfit every time you go out on a date. That brother haven't seen the last outfit you went on with the last brother. Make it look brand new. Now, I know you said, but Anthony, but I know. I know, and I get you. I understand you. But here's the thing. And I've said this so many times, and I really want to make sure that I am stressing this correctly. If you have to go above and beyond to impress her, if you have to go above and beyond to impress him, that's not the one for you. If you have to sit here and go spend all this money for her to feel valued, for her to feel liked, she ain't the one for you. If you got to go out there and put on red bottoms, or if you got to go out there and put on this kind of dress and wear this kind of hair, this certain kind of way for him to like you, he ain't the one. Listen, man, I think one of the most sexiest thing a human being can do is to sit here and is to steward their resources. I think the most sexiest thing a woman can do is show up as her true self, not show up as in trying to impress him. I think one of the most impactful things a man can do when it comes to dating is say, you know what? Hey, he probably won't tell you this, but inside of his head, he's probably saying, you know what? I can't take her to Eddie V's today. But you know what? I heard her say she likes this color. I heard her say she likes flowers. I heard her say she likes this kind of dessert. So let me get creative and do these things that I heard her say and then go from there. One of the things that I am doing now is I actually have a notepad. And so as I'm getting to know people in general, friends, if I'm dating someone, some of my team members, I have a notepad with their name on it, and I listen to what they say. So I don't do this only when it comes to dating. I listen to all of my team members, listen to my family, my friends, and whatever you say, I write down like, yo, this is your favorite color. Okay, cool, great. Let me keep that in my notepad. Well, I really want to go to Hawaii. Okay, cool, great. Let me keep that in my notepad. I really enjoy animals because of ABC. Cool, great. Let me put that in my notepad. And I think as you're dating, brothers, open up a notepad on your phone. And as she is just talking, and even when she says, I don't like this and I do like that, take note of that. So down the road, you can use that to not impress her, but it also shows her that you're listening. We don't have to spend a lot of money to be impressful. We can listen and be impactful. We can listen and be impactful. So one of the money mistakes that I see a whole bunch of single people making while they're single is they're dropping so much money on dating. Going over here and on this vacation and going over here for this vacation. Listen, I'm not upset with vacations. I'm not. But if you're going on a vacation every 3-4 months with another brother, with another sister, come on now. We got to do better than that. We got to do much better than that. Your main priority right now as a single person is laying down your foundation. And if someone is with you and dating you and they do not understand that you are laying down the foundation, that's someone you do not need to be dating. That is someone that needs to get this book and go read it on short form and get an understanding of, having boundaries and supporting people within inside of their boundaries. Here's number two. Here's which one I want to do? Yeah, let's do this one. Avoid holding on to debt. Now listen, while you are single, how do I say this respectfully? Yeah, I got it. If you're in my tribe, there's no excuse for you to come to your marriage table, to come to the table with inside of your new fresh marriage with a lot of debt. I'm not saying that that you shouldn't go to the table with no debt, because I don't know the amount of debt that you're in. But if you've been listening to me and rocking with me, you do not need to go to the table with a lot of liabilities, with a lot of debt. Okay? Here's my question. Why? Why are you bringing this much debt to the table? If you're going out there and doing vacations and girl vacations and brother vacations and partying and getting these cars and getting into this and getting into that, and you're not attacking your priorities, that's your fault. That's your fault, Queen. That's your fault, King. If you don't have kids, use your money towards paying off your debt and bettering your financial life. Because if you could better your financial life for the present and for the future, you're impacting your future family. 52% of marriages are failing. When it comes down to the practical side, a lot of those are starting to fail because of finances. Now, I believe it's much, much deeper than just finances, but a lot of them on the surface start because of financial issues within the family, within the relationship. Can you imagine getting married and you don't have to worry about money because both of you are debt-free or have very minimum debt? Both of you love God and desire to have a closer relationship with God. Both of you are are healthy, and you really have spent time working on yourself. You spent time really getting to know you during your single season. But sometimes what I'm seeing is that we're not spending that time to better ourselves financially. Yeah, we're chasing the money. Yes, we're going after a lot of different things. Yes, we are going here trying to get this job promotion, going in here trying to get this elevation. But we're not getting the money and being a good steward of the money. We're blowing the money. We're investing it into NFTs when we don't even have the knowledge or the wisdom to on what NFTs are. We're going out here dropping it into cryptocurrency and bitcoins, but we don't have the proper information. We're going out here buying different things and using OPM, other people's money, and we're racking up all this debt, thinking we're trying to get rich overnight, but not understanding that there is a process on how to really build wealth. And the very first process is create margin. How do you create margin? You pay off your debt. You pay off your debt and you live way below your means. Don't spend all your money on designer clothes if you have debt. Take this money to pay off your car, your credit cards, your student loans, etc. Stop going to the mall and getting every store's credit card. Stop. Stop going to payday loan advances. Stop it. No, you don't need another credit card. No, you don't need any more debt. No, you don't need another car. You don't need to be trading your car in every 2-3 years and you're drowning in debt. I told myself that when I get married that I'm going to give my wife freedom. That's what I'm bringing to the table, freedom. I'm bringing options to the table. Babe, what do you want to do? If you're working and if you enjoy doing what you're doing, keep doing it. But if you're working and you don't enjoy working, don't do it. Babe, do you want to start a business? Yes? Let's do it. I'm working hard during my single season. I'm avoiding debt. I'm stacking up money. I'm investing properly. I'm living within my means. So that way, when I do get married and I come to the table, not only am I coming to the table as a man of God, but I'm coming to the table with options on the table that my wife and I can choose what is best for our family moving forward. But if I came to the table with debt, we both have to work. Because I wasn't stewarding my single season correctly. And I don't know about you as a single person. And married people, if you're watching this right now, type preach black man. If I'm speaking truth here. I want you to come to the table with way more assets and liabilities. Shouts out to my friends over there, Earn Your Leisure. I want you to come to the table with way more options and freedom and love and joy and peace than liabilities. Now listen, we're not going to come to the table 100% perfect. It can't happen. We are human. But if you got $100,000 in debt, how do you come to the table maybe with $40,000 in debt? If you got $50,000 debt, how do you come to the table with maybe $20,000 in debt? And not just $20,000 in debt, but here's the game plan of how you're going to continue making these payments to get it down to zero. Now, real quick, for those of you all who are still in debt, I'm going to give you just some quick steps on how do you get out of debt right now, specifically as a single person. Number one, you got to get a vision for your money. I talk about this, if not every show, every other show. You have to have a clear vision for your money, aka this is a budget. And when I say a budget, this is a zero-based vision-based budget. You'll list all your money, okay? At the top, all your income. Then you're going to minus all of your expenses, and that should equal zero. The best tool when it comes to getting on a budget and getting out of debt is every dollar. It is inside of Ramsey Plus. It's also a free app on the App Store. I'm telling you right now, it is great. If you want to upgrade to the premium version of every dollar, I think you got to join the Ramsey Plus subscription. And you'll be able to sync your account to it. But the main thing is you need to get on the everyday, a zero base budget. Okay, that's number one. The number two is once you get on that budget, I want you to go back and look at that budget. I need you to cut your expenses to what you absolutely need and put the rest towards paying off your debt. So during this season, you don't need Netflix, Spotify, Hulu, Disney Plus, Showtime, HBO. You don't need all that stuff. You need one solid one. You don't need cable and Netflix. You need one solid subscription plan. You don't need all the music apps. You don't need all the apps that help you look good, that cuts your face in half and cuts your belly, your stomach in half. No, man. Right now, you need to cut all your expenses down to your bare necessities. You don't need to be eating out every single day. Okay. You don't need to be going out and some of y'all have gym memberships you're not even using. If you're not going to the gym, cut the gym membership. Look at your budget and be very honest with your budget. Write down all your expenses, even if it's 99 cents from the App Store. Write it down all the way up to your most expensive thing. And look at that budget and be very, very honest and figure out what can you cut that creates margin, and you take the rest of that margin and you put it all towards paying off your debt. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, Anthony, I'll do that with my budget, but man, I need more income. Cool, great. Get you a second job or a side business. Figure out if you got an education and you're good with tutoring people, man. Figure out how you can tutor some people. Right now, I'm telling you, the rising small type of business are influencers. These are people who are doing YouTube channels, who are doing podcast channels. You know, if you have something to say, man, listen, there's a lot of money you could be making online. There's a lot of money you could be making on YouTube and on podcasts. If God is giving you something on the inside, turn that into a course and turn around and sell it for $50 to $100 or whatever that price may be. Figure out how you can generate money legally and ethically. And once you figure that out, you take all that extra money and you put it towards paying off your debt. While you are single, how are you maximizing this single season? You have to maximize the single season because your future depends on it. How are you maximizing your single season? What are you doing? I'm going to ask you this question. I want you to type it in the chat if you're watching this live on YouTube or if you're listening to this on podcast. Just be honest with yourself. And if you're married and you're listening to this, I want you to respond from the time you remember being single. Do you believe you're maximizing your single season? Do you believe if you're single right now that you are stewarding this single season well? And if I could be honest with you, I believe that I wasn't. I believe that I am now. I'm getting deeper into my word. I am comfortable with not being liked by people. I'm okay with that. I am okay with the fact that, hey, you know what? Living within my means, having boundaries, having a vision that aligns me with other people who have the same kind of vision is what I need to do. And if people think that me having a budget, a dating budget, is horrible, that just means that person is not for me. That person is not for you. If you're single and you're telling your significant other or the person who you're dating that, hey, I'm operating on a budget right now. I'm paying off debt. I'm paying off my student loans. I'm living below my means. I'm still crashing with my parents over here, or I have a roommate so I can put all my extra income towards that. If that person is saying, well, why are you doing that? That's crazy. That's stupid. That simply means that's not the person for you. Don't be upset because you are not upset. Do not look down on yourself because you're stewarding your single season well. you keep moving forward. But I go back to this question. Are you stewarding your single season well? That's a question that you have to ask yourself. And it's a strong question that you need to ask. Here's number 3. During your single season, you have to avoid a poverty mindset. Avoid having a poverty mindset. Instead, have a multi-millionaire mindset. Ooh, this is good. This is good. This is good. During your single season, don't have this poverty mindset. Oh my God, oh my God, I'm black and the government, the system was not made for me. Oh my God, I don't know what to do here. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh, have a multi-millionaire mindset. I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions. Here's number 1. And what I want you to do is I want you to think about this right now. I'm going to pause for 20 seconds. Here's the very first question. If you're going to have a multi-million-dollar mindset, here's the very first question. What are you dreaming about? What are you dreaming about? What's fueling you? What's getting you excited? You know, one of my dreams is I live here in Maryland, in the DMV area, and I don't like the cold. I like sleeping in the cold, but I don't like living in the cold. And one of my dreams is that during the winter times, if my wife and I decide to homeschool our kids, I can give my kids an experience to where, hey, 7 months out of the year we live here. The other months we live somewhere warm and just beautiful. And that other place may be Hawaii, it may be Mexico, it may be Miami. I don't care. I want to be able to leave here, get on a private jet, fly down to the other city, and me and my family live there. I want to be able to, whenever my kids are saying, Mom, Dad, can we go to, Hawaii, our home in Hawaii for, a couple of weeks? Yeah. And not just that, take some of their friends with us on a private jet. That's multimillionaire thinking. But multimillionaire thinking also requires me to also think about how am I stewarding this single season to set me up to possibly get there one day. You know what my ultimate dream is? That I can leave my kids with $100 million in assets and leave them with the wisdom and knowledge to take that $100 million in cash and assets and show them how to flip that 100 million and make it to 500 million. And then they pass that down to their kids and their kids turn that into billions. But it starts with my decisions today. Here's the number 2 question that I really want to ask you. If you're going to have a multi-million-dollar mindset, not a poverty mindset, but a millionaire mindset, are you comfortable making what you're making today? $45,000 a year, $60,000 a year, $100,000 a year. $45,000 a year is the average. $60,000, you're going to be a little bit above average. $100,000 a year, you're doing well. But are you comfortable with that? Is that your goal? Is that your end goal? Are you expecting and desiring more? And that's a question that you have to ask yourself. Because I believe you could be content but also aim for more. I'm content with the income that I have right now. If God took me home today, I'm fine. God, I did the very best. I did the very best, God. But I do want more. You know why I want more? Because the more money I make, the more people I can impact. The more people I can impact and influence, then the more income I can make. The more income I can make, the more I can bless my family. The more I bless my family, then the more my family can bless you all. It's not about me. It's not about having luxury items. No. I'm a kingdom man. It takes money to build the kingdom. It takes money to provide for my family. It takes money to do this show. It takes money to pay for the cameras that y'all see, well, you don't see. It takes money for me to pay my producer who's in here. It takes money to edit up these shows. So yes, the more money that I have, the more money God can allow me to have and I can steward well, then the more I can bless more and more people. Here's number 3. How are you dreaming past where you are and what you can see? How are you seeing and looking and dreaming past where you are today and what you can see? Or do you only think about what you can see? What are you thinking about that's motivating you to keep going? What do you see in faith that you don't see in reality today? So good. What do you see in faith that you don't see in front of you today? What are you speaking into existence tomorrow that you don't see in front of you today? You see, millionaires are made before they can see and desire more than what they have in front of them. These 5 mindset shifts are guaranteed to help you build wealth and a legacy. Number 1, know the difference between real rich and fake rich. Real rich and fake rich. Number 2, take debt off of the table. We've talked about this already. Number 3, focus on improving yourself, not comparing yourself to others. And number 4, have a strong network of mentors, friends, and mentees around you. And number 5, learn to trust yourself. You see, when we can really get those 5 mindset shifts, then you lay down a foundation to start thinking like a millionaire and not a poverty mind. But it starts with trusting you. It starts with really understanding the difference between having money in the bank and looking like you having money. I really want you to grasp that. I really, really want you to get that. It's very, very important. Very important. Very important. Yo, we're just now tuning into the table. Welcome back to the table. It's your boy, Anthony ONeal. And man, I am feeling a little, as you can tell, my energy is not as high. It's because I have a sinus infection. And man, it's caused my energy to be a little bit low. But thank you so much for rocking with me today. I refuse to go a week or 2 without encouraging you, without inspiring you. So I said, you know what? Although I'm not feeling my best, I refuse to sit here and to not encourage you all. Also, I want to encourage you guys. I want to encourage you that as we are going on throughout this year, to read. The book of the month this month is this great book right here, Boundaries in Dating by Dr. Henry Cloud. This is being brought to you by Short Form. Short Form is an amazing company that has partnered with me to make sure that we all read one book a month. And they do that by providing a short form read or a long form read that is actually shorter than reading this whole book. And so if you're saying, hey, Anthony, I don't have a lot of time to read this whole book, but you still want to get the nuggets from the book, you still want to get the practical main nuggets that can impact you and inspire you and encourage you to keep going within your dating life. Now, listen, I want you to go over to short form. I want you to check them out. And I really want to make sure that you get it. Short form is providing an amazing discount for my tribe only. You can go over there, get your nice little short 5-page PDF all the way up to a 20-page PDF, which is much shorter than reading all 300 pages of this book. But I promise you, when you get done reading the 5 or the 20 page over there and answering some of their questions from their mini work assignments on short form, you're going to want to read this book. I'm going to make sure to drop this book in the show descriptions, but you can get this short form read on short form. So you can go to anthonyoneal.com/short form, or you can click the link in the show notes. And before we get back into the last 2 things that I want you to avoid during your single season, please make sure to hit subscribe. All right. Make sure you rocking with the family. We're doing this thing 2 times a week now. Every Monday and every Wednesday, we are dropping new shows. Before it used to be just 1 time a week. Now we got 2. We got 2 shows a week for you now. So please hit subscribe. Please share. Please join the family. All right, so let's get back into this one because we got 2 more. Then I'm going to let you go. Number 4 is know your money habits. Okay. Avoid not knowing your money habits. You need to know your actual money habits. My good friend, Rachel Cruz, she wrote a book called Know Yourself, Know Your Money. And she says that your behavior is the biggest obstacle to making good decisions with your money. Okay. If you don't know yourself, if you don't know yourself, then you're going to continue making bad decisions with money. If you know that you're a spender, then now you have the opportunity to put in things and systems and habits to help you not spend a lot of money. I'm the spender. I have no problem spending money. I really don't. Okay. But here's the thing. I also realize there's nothing wrong with being a spender, because as long as I budget it out and as long as I give myself permission to spend it, I can go spend that thing freely and not think about it twice, because it's my money and I actually put it on paper and I made it fit within my budget. You may be the saver. Okay, cool, great. It's hard for you to spend money. Okay. Just rock with me. I'll spend your money. But you got to know your own money habits, because these behaviors develop from childhood and affect how we handle money as adults. We need to identify our habits and know where they came from to fix them. One of the things for me, before I really identify that I'm the spender, I've always been the spender, right? But I've never taken the time to sit here and just say, you know what? Let me get this fixed. You know what? Let me work on my spending habits. You know what? Let me work on me. I just spent money, never budgeted, never took the time. I said, you know what? Let me just work on me. Never said it. I just kept spending money. Then I go to my bank account. Why is it negative? Because I never actually took the time to budget. I never took the time to actually process things. So, here's the thing that I want to ask you. What habit is preventing you from building wealth? What habit is preventing you from getting out of debt? What habit is preventing you from purchasing that ring for the love of your life? What habit is starting arguments in your home? What habit is starting arguments between you and your loved one? What habits that you need to get under control is causing you to stay up at night? What habits are preventing you from being able to save for that car, save for that home? Is it a smoking habit? Is it a drinking habit? It is a pornography habit? Is it a date multiple people habit? Is it a purse habit? Is it a hair habit? What habit is preventing you from really maximizing your single season? I really want you to think about that. And I really want you to be honest with yourself. I really want you to think about what habits, money habits, are preventing you from really, really maximizing this single season. Some of you all watching me right now are addicted to porn. You're spending hundreds of dollars a month on porn. Some of you watching me right now are addicted to smoking. You're buying a pack of cigarettes every day. You're buying weed every other day. Some of you have a shopping habit. When you get emotional, you go and you shop and you buy things you don't even need. I need you to go home and look in the mirror and ask yourself this one question. What habit is preventing me from getting a solid financial foundation in my life today? And here's the last one. Here's the last money mistake I need you to avoid. Avoid waiting until you are in a relationship to reach your full potential. I love teaching you how to get out of debt and build wealth, but I want you to learn how to build a solid foundation that will inevitably help you build true and lasting wealth. I want you to reach your full potential. What is on the inside of you that you have not allowed to come out? What is on the inside of you that God fearfully and wonderfully made and said, yo, hey, I want to help you. He put this gift inside of you. He put this talent inside of you, but you're not using it. What if you're the reason why you're still single? What if you're the reason why you haven't met your wife or you haven't met your husband? What if you're the reason why you haven't started that business yet? Because you have not tapped into the core of who you are. You haven't tapped into the core of who God made you to be. You haven't really tapped into your true and full potential. What if you are the reason why you are not where you want to be? What if? What if? What if you're the reason why you're not getting a job promotion? It has nothing to do with your bosses. It's not them overlooking you. It's you. It's you. What if God is saying, man, if you could just really learn how to maximize his single season, you will get the job promotion that you want, that you desire. You'll be able to start that business that you've been praying for. You see, oftentimes I see that us as Christians, we tend to pray for a miracle when sometimes it's just us making a decision. We don't need a miracle. We just need to make a decision. And sometimes That decision is us. That decision is us saying, you know what? I'm going to change. You know what? I am going to do better. You know what? I'm going to stop spending money on this. You know what? I'm going to put my money over here. If you're ready to really tap into your full potential, I want to encourage you to consider taking my course, The Singles Blueprint. Inside the Singles Blueprint, I'm teaching you 4 major things: how to maximize your single season, how to get a clear vision for your life, how to set effective goals, and recognize abundance. Okay? There's so many extra content in there that I really can't even break down. We opened this thing up last month and it sold out so quick. Right now there is a wait list, but if you sign up for the wait list, we are allowing about 20 people in a month. It's only like $300, but in there, I'm really going to walk you through on how to maximize this single season. And so I would encourage you to sign up for the wait list, and we'll email you as soon as the spot opens up. And you can come in there, jump on in the class, and I'm going to help you really reach your full potential while you are single. I'm not going to teach you how to get a man. I'm not going to teach you how to get a woman. No, what I'm going to do is I am going to sit here and help you reach your full potential. How do we activate the gifts and the talents God has given you? How do we activate the core of who you are? So that way you can go out there, influence and impact people. And here's the thing. When we influence and impact people, we have income coming in. So listen, join the course, join the wait list, click the show link, click the link in the show links, or go to anthonyoneal.com/blueprint, anthonyoneal.com/blueprint, and join the wait list. So listen, to recap from today, okay, I want you to stop spending money on overspending on dates. Okay, stop spending money on avoid holding off on paying debt. Stop that. Pay off your debt. Okay. Stop spending money on and having a poverty mindset. No, I want you to have a multimillionaire mindset. Okay. Know your money habits and then have a solid foundation for your single season. Avoid these things and you'll see real progress in wealth building today. Think about it. If you can come to the table with the millionaire mindset, money in your savings account, no debt, and you've maximized your single season in all areas, that's a lot of assets coming to the table and liabilities. So I want to leave you with this scripture today. Psalms 119 verse 9, it says, How can a young person stay on the path of purity? By living according to your word. How can a young person stay on the path of purity? It's easy. By living according to your word. Today's affirmation is, I will not waste my single season. If you're single, I want you to type that in the comments, type that in the chat section. If you're driving and you're single, I want you to repeat this out loud with me. I will not waste my single season. Don't forget, the book of the month is Boundaries in Dating by Dr. Henry Cloud. Make sure to check out the show description inside of the show notes today. Make sure you check out short form. They will help get you the abbreviated version of this book so we can really learn more, get to the meat, get to the juice of this amazing book. And if you like it, I want to encourage you to go over to Amazon and get the full book. It's your boy, Anthony ONeal. Thank you so much for rocking with us. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to come back and see us here. Listen to all the podcasts, all the shows, because this is about helping you really steward this season well. I'll see you on the next show.